Well, Liberty and Lead. Keep it local, keep it cash. Tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
Professor.
Waiting on the other one. We're starting a little early, but...
Starting a little early
because he's always leaving.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I've had a day.
I got...
Professor has a day job.
I do, except today.
Trigger has a day job, so that leaves one guy out.
You know what
he
sucks?
didn't work today.
Wait a second. Hold on. Even on my day off, I still have to get up at my normal time so I can go wake kids up for school.
Yeah, but then you can go back to bed.
No, I can't.
When
I'm up,
got up to pee. That count?
Plus, it's payday, so I get my computer out. I go pay my bills.
See, I don't know what's wrong with you. I can wake up, let the dogs out, get them fed, drink an energy drink, shit my brains out, crawl back into bed, and go back to sleep for a couple hours.
Gross.
Hey,
yeah, energy
you
drinks
sleep
don't do
much
anything.
better than when you're completely empty.
So how are we feeling about the federal regulations of literate/illiterate drivers, CDL
It was
holders?
supposed to be enforced anyways.
Yeah, from 1936 or 30-something.
But your boy Obama, it's like, nope.
Was it him or... It had to
think-
be him. Had to be him.
I mean, it was really bad back then.
Yeah.
It's only
Yeah, you're
gotten worse.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So I don't know how you guys had it, but from my point of view, at a company that has trucks coming in all day long,
From all over the country.
including the over-the-road drivers,
In Canada.
it terrifies me when someone shows up and they can't speak a word of English. You have a rolling wrecking ball going down the road.
I would like to petition.
Your kids are in the wife's minivan or Jeep or whatever the fuck she's in against that. Go ahead.
Your wife made the poor decision of buying a Stellantis product. She's on the same road as someone who can't speak English.
Yeah, no shit.
I would like to petition Trump to definitely make another executive order like that, but requiring showers.
Why? The ones that can't speak English are the ones with the dirty feet anyway.
Yeah, but the problem is there's still a lot of fat Americans that can speak English that do not take showers.
Touche.
We had a guy roll in one day into the office before I was ever at my current
Position.
company.
Oh.
Walk in his boxers, wife beater, cowboy hat. I think it was
He knows how to
cowboy
party.
boots. It's like, you have no mesh shorts to throw on?
That might be the most American thing I've heard all day.
He wasn't.
Oh, no?
No.
Really? With a cowboy hat? You think that's a dead giveaway?
Yeah, you would think.
I know he wasn't.
But I mean, I drive truck and I go to these places like your
Yep.
company and others and many others. But the ones that you can watch the receiving clerks or shipping clerks or whoever's working there, when somebody walks in and they can barely put together sentences, or they have to show somebody their tablet or their phone. They go, "Is this?" And they're like, "Am I in the right place?" They're asking if they're in the right place, but they're not even saying it. They're like pointing at their phone or tablet or.
I was pretty happy when a guy showed up and I finally got to use my college Spanish class to tell him what number door to go to. It's like,
Uno.
no, I'd have to think about it, but no.
Uno octo.
It was a four-digit number.
Okay, so you just say one digit at a time.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did bigger numbers.
And you were so proud of yourself.
Still am.
But the back to the whole topic of it. I'm all for it. I think most people are. Because why the fuck are these people that can't read or write, can barely function throughout their day in our English speaking America, they shouldn't be on the road, but they are, because they're just handing them CDLs. Now, me and him and anybody else out there, we have to jump through fucking hoops to get it. Not only to get it, but to keep it. And then with the hazmat, they make that a huge pain in the ass. as it should be.
Yeah.
But they're handing them over to these other guys. Because they obviously can't read or study the book, so how are they getting them? Who's just handing them over? Did they just hand them over with the Social Security card and the...
There's CDL schools out there that kind of rubber stamp guys.
That's
crazy.
I've seen those because I've watched them try to back into my building. And like
in fairness, your building's not the easiest to back into if you're new.
Touche.
Yeah, it is a double door, but...
Well, it's not just a double door. Your entire truck is inside by the time you bump the dock.
It's true.
And there's uprights inside.
But it's pretty impressive when someone goes through door 1 on the outside, but lines up to door 2 on the inside. That's pretty impressive.
I've seen pictures. I've never seen them in person, but I've seen. But just yesterday, I was watching a Werner truck, and I was at Alliance Beverage, which we say I don't care, Miller Lite distributor, and I watched him, and then he finally let me get around him, but then I had to wait for him to keep trying, and he's pulling up and backing up, and I'm like, wow, okay. But then I whip in next to him finally once he's finally done, and this guy's got the look. He's got the great American trucker look. He's got a Harley hat, the white T-shirt, white guy, but he trucks like a fucking Bosnian.
All right, so Keefe Group.
Yep.
Where they used to be, maybe. I don't know if they moved.
No.
I showed up there. I had an 8 o'clock appointment. I got there at like 7:55. And there was someone trying to back in, over the road guy. So I went and, hey, I'm here. I'm definitely early, but...
They're super particular with that. Not anymore, but they were.
As soon as this guy's backed in, I'll back into the other one, whatever one he chooses. Doesn't matter to me. That dock sucks, but I've done it enough times. Whatever.
It's wide open, it's straight, but they're close together.
Yeah. Oh, no. You say wide open. They're tight.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of room
to maneuver.
Yeah. But once you're in there, it's like, fuck.
Sitting there talking to him in there, because this guy was in no hurry to bump a dock. They said his appointment was at 7, and he was on time.
Oh.
He had been trying to get into that dock for an hour. He had 2 in a row. He just had to bump one of them. And he had been fucking with it for an hour, and he still wasn't in. So I waited like a dick until he pulled up to like reset up all over again, and I just whipped in and whipped right into one of the docks and went inside. It's like, dude, I'm not waiting for this shit.
That's what I did yesterday to that guy, and he looks over at me, and he's kind of got like wide eyes, and I just nodded and jumped out of the truck. Of course, with watching him struggle with it, and I'm like, okay, now I gotta ace this first try. So I did, but I mean, doing it all day long, we just kind of, when you first start out, it's pretty miserable to watch, but
you get used to where your trailer is. There's, I mean, you've probably been to places like this where you indoor dock, double doors like you have, but there's not as much space. Broad daylight, and you're trying to line up for a dock that's unlit, and by the time you bump the dock, your truck is still outside the building, so you still can't see shit.
Or you think those are the ones you really smash into. Yeah.
I think I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, that first skid came out already.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. That was an accident. It's an automatic, I swear. Ignore the third pedal.
Did you hit my building hard enough? Call the company. Complain to them. I don't care.
Well, actually, what I've told him before is I felt like the building was too close to the neighbor, so I was trying to help you out and just nudge the building over a little bit.
You think your building's hurt? Wait till you see my trailer. It's a foot shorter.
I get done faster.
But the typical angry mood sensing hair people, the left, are bitching about this whole thing because it's racist.
The same people who don't want to get driver's licenses because they live in cities and don't need one, so they're not at risk of any of this.
Even the people that do have them and they drive every day, it's racist. Why? How's that racist? Because I don't want my family out there with these people. Amy worked with a guy that I don't remember his name now, but we talked about him before. He was drunker than a skunk, never spoke a lick of English, took out a whole 3 or 4 people, killed them all. on motorcycles.
There was an incident a couple of years ago where some foreign driver couldn't read English, couldn't read the sign for the runaway ramp, bypassed it, and killed a bunch of people because he didn't take the runaway ramp.
Didn't understand any of that part of it.
Didn't understand staying in gear when you're going downhill, so this doesn't happen in the first place. And if you fuck up, hit the ramp. Yeah, it sucks to get the ticket and the tow bill and fuck a truck up, but it's better than killing a bunch of people.
No,
I can't believe they give him a ticket over that.
Well, they should just... Well, that was under Biden, so they probably gave him a National Medal of Freedom. But, so, on a lighter note, I synced this video. Ty, you've probably seen it. Actually, both of you might have seen it.
I have
I
not.
don't think I have.
Oh,
I already like it.
What we are having here is full electric motorcycle.
I
This
still
is
like
having
it.
Revolutionary almost everything. This is having our purpose-built, in-house made powertrain, which is the motor, it's electric motor itself in the rear rim. That is having just one part moving. That is having no oil, slow cooling liquids, having 200 horsepower, instant torque, crazy numbers, I mean the specs. Then what is also totally new here, as electric motorcycles are quite new, but here in this motorcycle we are having 360 visibility, so there's cameras all over, there's radar in the front, radar in the rear, so this bike can see around it and make warnings to the user. And then we also having like rear view camera if when people are changing lanes and wanting to see behind them. We are having screens there so people are seeing around.
now, I hope
Yeah,
those are
that is
high
what we are
resolution,
having.
high frame rate cameras, because they can be the new gap cams, but built into the bike.
So
I
So-
get that it's electric and we're not
I ride it.
anti-electric, but the technology that comes along with that bike will end up moving on to the other ones, and I like that.
So one thing I question about that motor in the rear, rocks happen out in the road. You get a rock in there, is that going to mess up something? It's wide open.
Good.
Don't know. It did look kind of restrictive with how large that. Anyways, so I looked it up. Verge is the company that makes it. That's the TS Ultra. 1,200 Newton meters of torque.
I've seen that on the floor.
And I looked that up. That's 885 foot-pounds of torque.
Whoa. That's like H2 power.
No, that's way more than H2 power.
That's you stay
four
in one.
times.
That's you staying in one spot. Flip that throttle too hard, and the bike goes.
Without you. Yeah, you're right.
0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds.
Once you learn how to keep it on the ground.
Well,
Right.
that's with you leaning way forward.
It's got to have some sort of,
Traction control.
wheelie control.
Uh,
With a bike, you can't really. I mean, you got traction control, probably some sort of system in there, but
Yeah.
it's got to have a gyrometer somehow.
233 miles maximum range.
That's not bad for a
But
bike.
but with an electric vehicle of any sort, you get the best mileage in the city. Because on the highway, it's got to stay at that full RPM. They actually say highway estimate is 124 miles, calculated by a reasonable approximation of steady and consistent highway riding at a speed of 56 miles an hour.
The trade-off is 800 pound-feet of torque.
233 miles city is what they're claiming. But yeah, 855 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay, he just said an hour or 120 something
120
Eight-
highway.
And
at 56 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but
I've never done 56 on the interstate.
if I've got that much power, I'm going to feel it.
I'm going to make sure. I
so
feel
you're
it.
going to get about 80, maybe.
Yep.
Okay. We can get
So you're gonna
to
go-
and from where we need to get on a daily basis.
Yeah. It's not going to be your weekend.
What's the price on this fucking thing? 'Cause now
Well, hold on. Let's hit configure yours now because I
Oh, you
haven't
can
gone this
configure
far.
it.
Ooh.
Base price must be impressive.
Well, you guys want to take some gambles on that?
Are you
65,000.
talking base price or
Yep, starting from excluding taxes and fees.
65,000.
240?
It's only 44.9.
Oh. Well, the way you acted, I was like, holy cow.
45 grand for a bike that can only do 120 miles, if that.
At 56 miles an hour.
The chances are the first week it'll explode. The battery will explode in
You
your
get a
garage.
fair amount of color options.
I'll do pink. Like my
Mag
super
Lula?
handy mag loader.
Okay. For seat, you can get black leather, perforated black leather, or racing black Alcantara. I don't know what the Alcantara
Let's
is.
go. Let's
with
go top of the
Alcantara.
line. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just going to do top of line everything. Ooh.
Well, yeah. This be $100,000 bike for no.
Okay.
Just adding that seat will.
Suspension. You get two options. Price is the same either way. Olin's or Wilbur's.
Olin.
I would think Olin's got a better
So,
popularity and easier to rebuild if something happens.
base
I guess.
price $44.9 with the pink glossy paint job or plastic job. With the racing black Alcantara seat, which is $750 extra for a seat on a motorcycle. By the way, the perforated black leather is $250 for a motorcycle seat.
I'm gonna say that's not bad because I was just looking at getting a new seat for my bike because it's starting to rip from age. And a Corbin seat is $650 for that.
So 45.
Break out a picture of your bike and show it to me.
So 45,650, and estimated delivery is Q2 2026.
Okay.
More than a year.
Yep.
Well, at least a year. You have to put $1,000 down today, refundable, and then 90 days prior to delivery, they'll contact you to adjust configurations, registration information, delivery timing, and discuss final payment details. 45 grand for a straight electric motorcycle that will definitely blow your fucking mind at that kind of power.
For sure.
Blow your
But
mind.
you
But then
can
you
buy
have
that tricked out Ferrari frickin' Ducati for a little less than that.
Or you can go out and buy a top of the line Goldwing and feel like you're in a car all the time.
Well, it kind of negates the purpose to be in a car, but it'd still be motorcycle feel.
Yeah, but it's a couch on wheels.
How much is a Goldwing? 20? 25?
Top of the line Goldwing is
Yeah.
sub 30, I think. Let's see. Honda motorcycles. Honda Power
You do have one of those
Sports.
two-stage seats.
Yep.
I've recovered seats.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. Get some short staples because it's plastic underneath.
Yeah.
Motorcycles.
I probably have short staples. I probably have some pleather. I got checkered pleather.
Goldwing Tour 50th anniversary starting at $29,200.
Tricked out, you're up to
Well,
40.
they got some definite good styling on this
What was the price opening? 29?
29.2, something like that. 29.2.
Okay. That's a lot
But-
of money for a...
It does come with an automatic option nowadays. The Goldwing. Okay, so a Goldwing Tour airbag automatic 50th anniversary starts at $33,500.
I don't mind those bikes. I actually like those bikes. Well, that's a pretty thick number.
But if
Yeah,
you
but
want
you're gonna
the
get
manual-
250,000 miles on it.
Well, yeah,
True that.
it's a
without-
car engine.
Shit. What is it, 1.6 or 2.0 now?
1.8 is what they've been for a
1.8?
while.
But you just get on that thing and
Smooth and...
put your drink in the cup holder to keep it cold. Set your GPS where you want to go.
Take me the long way.
I looked at one at the dealer one time, just walking around, and it's like, there are so many damn switches just at your thumbs. It's unreal.
Look at the styling
That's
on that.
pretty. Dude, that's slick. How much does that thing weigh?
Enough,
Let's take guesses.
enough
turd.
that it has an electric reverse. Because you can't.
Let's call.
When I did the motorcycle specs on everything,
Yeah.
I had Goldwing. I had all the weights on there. I can't remember what it is, but it was one of the heaviest bikes.
I want to say it's 1,100 pounds.
No,
No,
it's probably 700 to 800.
I'm still going heavy. I'm closer to 1,000.
So 50th anniversary, blah blah blah.
50th anniversary, really?
Yep. Let's see. 5 trims. It's a 1.8 6-cylinder. 61 liter trunk, whatever the fuck a liter is. Apple CarPlay compatible. Let's see. Gold wing weight. 787 to 853.
Okay, you win. Touche.
800-pound motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Newer ones I've heard have electric reverse on it.
Yep.
Because you ain't going to be able to push that back. And if it tips over.
I rode a trike Harley that had electric reverse on it, and it was really weird. I thought it was like my quad transmission reverse, but no, it's put it in neutral and turn the button on and like, wow, that's kind of different. I had no idea. But
yeah, so I saw that one motorcycle. I don't know how I feel about it. I would definitely want to try one.
somebody's got one at the place on 29th Street. It's there all summer long. I have to take another. I had pictures of it. I'll take another picture of it. It's kind of neat looking little rocket, but it's electric rocket. It was a lot cheaper than that thing. But I mean, CF Moto makes rockets, and the CF Moto name is really coming on strong still. Can't believe their reputation's been just awesome. So,
Well, because with CF Moto, you can buy a unit, pay 100% tariff, and still it's less than Polaris.
yep. Buzzy went, and I think he ordered a new side-by-side today. But he's actually changing gears. He's going to Polaris. He says, nice little ride. The radio and everything in it's way nicer. So, wow, sweet. So anybody's looking, he's going to be selling his Can-Am. That's not a bad little ride either, but it's got everything in it. AC, heat, stereo, power windows.
All the creature comforts.
Right.
Of a Geo Tracker.
But
For the price of a old Chevy Corvette. You could just go out and get a Suzuki Samurai. Have all the same aerodynamics, more speed, and more fun.
And street legal.
the Edward Jones guy, we were sitting there talking, he's asking me about this. He goes, you got a Can-Am, don't you? I'm like, yeah, it's all right. I said, but for the price, you can get a pretty good used Jeep loaded out. And, I mean, you're a little bigger. You're not going to go down the trails that I can go down.
Well, you can, because it's used. You don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, it's going to get beat up. But for that kind of money, for, let's call it 30 grand, you can get a really nice used Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
Or one that's already tricked out or got all the parts you already want on it. Buy one that's $20,000 and put all the parts you want on it and still be cheaper than a fucking side-by-side because they're just expensive. I started considering trading mine up for a G8. Some guy had a G8 listed. It was a really nice car. Turbo the size of your head. Hair and beard included.
Turbo.
And the thing it says, trade for a street legal side-by-side. And I'm like, well, mine's borderline.
Turbo low. Your boost will come in a couple business days.
Yeah. Wow. The car had everything going for it. It was a really nice car. The guy wanted 30 grand for it. So.
Yeah, you should trade for the G8 and then go off-roading in that.
I haven't seen many G8s out on the road, but the one that I did see sounded like garbage.
Oh, really?
Every
Well, they do make a V6 one. We did, whatever.
Every fucking car show that this town does has a fleet of Pontiac guys show up in
Yep.
G8s.
Oh, he wants to be one.
Yeah, he does. Every year he's looking across the street at him thinking, man, I could be over there with those cool guys.
They don't wear New Balance.
I bet they don't call each other old.
Oh.
Texting your doctor?
No. Texting Amy. She's asked me where the tax folder is. I'm like, I already put it away.
It's filed under F for fuck the IRS.
Yeah. No shit. I ended up having to pay the state 23 flipping dollars. You're freaking Whitler. You're Whitler.
You see that video? Trump came to Michigan and
The hug.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on there?
That was my question. Because she went to the White House and they were talking there, and she tried to hide her face, but everyone knows that rack.
Well, we know someone that does.
As
And then
soon as they posted it, you could hear him from his house going, "Dude!"
and then he flies to Michigan, and she would greet the president at the airport because it's her state kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then they're acting all friendly. So I wonder if she's doing whatever she can.
All of us real dark red guys are going, I don't like this at all. This doesn't seem right, lady.
Something's going on here. Maybe she's trying to pander for more votes.
Should do anything. She's got that devil look in her. You could just. She's got a bit of Satan in her.
I'm gonna have to say this. I could probably fix her. Or at least I'll try. The power of Moody compels you.
With that thing? I took a screenshot. I gotta find it now. Right there. He can fix me. Big old jug.
Too bad that kid in the picture is not around anymore.
Is he? What's going on with that? Did they find him guilty or what?
Was that the Luigi guy?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was the actor guy, that actor kid that died young.
No, was that Mangione or whatever, the one that shot the Brian Thompson?
Luigi Mangione.
So this
Mangina?
is older big news from last weekend. The Pope died. Turns out that's the Pope Mobile right now.
Wouldn't it be a bitch if the transmission went out of it?
But I found one of the pictures. It's hard to see in here. But they took the Dodge. They have a grill without the Dodge logo, and it's got the Vatican logo instead of the Dodge emblem.
I mean, so people just don't know what it is, right?
Yeah, nobody can
I
tell
can't tell.
at all what that is, really. But, yeah, your old lady drives an
Pope-mobile.
Pope-mobile.
A full four-door.
Just say it.
Crew cab Pope-mobile.
I think with some PVC and little engineering, you could turn her vehicle into the Pope Mobile.
Yeah.
God,
Hey.
you're right. That looks like the Target you built.
Wait a second. Next parade downtown. Build yourself a Pope-mobile.
I could ride in it.
But like,
Get the big funny hat.
but like the day before, you need to have a fire in your backyard and release, what is it, white smoke announces
White
the
smoke,
new
yep.
Pope. Black smoke says they haven't decided on a new Pope yet.
Well, I was wondering, are they
Yeah.
going to have a black pope? Because, I mean, it's all
Well,
DEI now. The Church of...
Well, what? Not Catholic, but the conclave. I don't know if it's every day or what, but there's a smokestack, and every day that there's black smoke that comes out, no pope has been picked. Then all of a sudden one day there's going to be white smoke, and they've decided on a new pope.
And then they've actually had it before where they changed their mind on the Pope. And then it was black smoke again. Or is there a different color if they change their mind?
That I don't know.
But then it's black smoke for a while, and then white smoke when they picked a different one.
We're back to white smoke, boys.
Cheech and Chong are definitely there to contribute. But yeah, I was surprised to see that the Pope Mobile is not that funky looking car they used to have with the dome on the top. Now it's a pickup of unknown origin.
It's even her era, like, because it's you can tell by the fog lights. They did a fog light change on them. But that's definitely about a 2016, 2017.
How do you know that? How do you know what brand it is?
It's Vatican. It's a
By the way,
Batmobile.
By the way, how did why'd they order it with fog lights on? How often is the Pope cruising around at night?
Probably more than we think, riding dirty. Right, picking up boys.
Well, unfortunately, in the Catholic system, they just bring them right to them.
Yeah, no shit. I brought you a sacrifice. Good Lord. So I screenshot this one. You already liked it on Instagram. Intruder 21 is mauled to death by 2 pit bulls while trying to break into Georgia home. Homeowner finds his body on the porch the next morning. And they're going, future doctor slain. If he was breaking into someone's house, he's not a future doctor.
That's the most annoying part is someone's doing a crime and, oh, no, he was going to be a doctor. No, he wasn't. The people that were going to be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, they're in school. They might be out partying at some point, but they're not breaking into people's houses.
Oh, my feet stink.
Oh, so this would definitely get Trigger's blood pressure up, but I came across this week.
It's already 6:30 in here.
I had a good... Has he responded?
No.
And I had a good giggle about this.
Nope.
So this person is running for some politician, like senator or Congress in Wisconsin, which you can tell by the beefy arms. However, it's in my blood. My great-grandpa served in the Navy during round 1.
Do you see the fucking tattoo on her right arm? It's a bikini. It's a woman in a bikini.
Yeah. Hold on. It gets worse. So the text is, it's in my blood. My great-grandpa served in the Navy during round 1.
Round 1 of what?
We're going to keep that because that'll get us copyright struck. Alright, pause that. My grandpa faced a Nazi head-on in World War II and never backed down. And she continues turning her fat ass around, holding a folded up American flag. This is his flag, a piece of history with 49 stars and sacrifice. Hold on. Wait.
It cannot get any worse.
Hold on. Keep it rolling, and she's walking towards the camera, and there's a lot of metal there. And now it says, now it's my turn, round 3, I'm not afraid. And I'll continue that on with her.
No.
There. She's running for Wisconsin Congress. Rural roots, real representation.
You say it best, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. You can fix her.
No.
Dude, I think you can. I think you got this.
You know how you fix that?
I think you tried.
No. You fix that with deportation.
Right? Send her ass to El Salvador.
I feel like you'd need one of those cargo planes just for her.
Even her logo is DEI. Good Lord.
Well, she's got that whole corn cob up her ass.
But
I can't. 49 stars.
There's 50.
Defeated a Nazi in round 1. Was there a round 1?
No. Her great-grandpa served in the Navy in round 1, World War 1. And then her grandpa faced the Nazi head-on in round 2.
Well, it said World War II on the second. For
either way, it's fucking dumb.
Well, who's she coming after? Because
Nazis. In other words, the people who don't act like Nazis. That's who she's after.
Okay. Please go ahead. Take out the Nazis when you find one.
Well, the problem is
she thinks
they don't
Trump
know.
Is a Nazi, and she thinks all the red hats are Nazi.
The best part is, though, if she comes after the Nazis that allegedly we are, all we have to do is do a light jog and we can stay away from her. Look at her. You think she's going to get very far on them 2 little fucking pogo sticks she's got?
She's going to call her friends Antifa.
and they're all going to show up by the time they get there. They're going to sound like that.
She was probably winded just turning around in that video.
So since we're already picking on the Democrats, here's a screenshot I took. California Democrats block a bill to make sex trafficking of minorities a felony. Again. The Democrats in the state assembly are once again blocking a bill that would make the sex trafficking of minors a felony, this time for victims aged 16 to 17, preferring instead to give prosecutors discretion. No. It's sex trafficking. It's child slavery. I get it. Democrats are all for slavery. We know this, I guess. Yeah. But come on, dude. It's 2025. Somebody needs to tell them that because they clearly don't get it.
They're voting this down, right? That's what you said?
Yes.
So anyone that votes it down, it's time to start digging into their background.
Will they?
Nope.
Look at Pam Bondi and all these other people. We're going to go after him. How many people have been arrested? Big as her cornhole.
So I also found this. Saved it. The Loughborough Men in Sheds group, an organization to give lonely men a space to socialize, have been pressured to admit women. The men have now retreated to a small room with a model railway. You couldn't make this up. So they formed a group for lonely men to socialize with men, and the women were pressuring to get into that group.
First off,
negating the whole fucking purpose of it.
It's a natural progression of group of people. The
women.
Kelly of Wisconsin, whatever her name is.
Well, this is in the UK.
Well, I get it, but that's the same type of person I'm saying.
But that's... Fuck, where was I going with that? So all that shit's going down. They had their own safe space, so to speak. And then the women were like, no, we should be a part of that. Like, okay, the Boy Scouts. They insisted girls must be allowed in the Boy Scouts. So they changed the name to the Scouts and they started allowing girls in the Boy Scouts. But they're not letting boys into the Girl Scouts. So women are out here doing whatever the fuck they want. What's the way I saw it? They want the perks of a man. It was like perks of a man, the benefits of a woman, and the accountability of a child.
Strong enough for a man, made for a woman. Sounds like a deodorant commercial when we were kids, right?
Well, I feel attacked. I'm a man from a shed.
When the women were allowed into the workshop, members decided to keep a quiet room with a model railway display in it, just for men. That I don't get. What's the significance of
autism? Anyways.
Andrew, 70, admitted there was initially some resistance to becoming a mixed group. He said, there was apprehension, but in all honesty, it turned out well. We, the men, escape now and again to the quiet room and have a chat and weigh things up. But he added, it's a lovely atmosphere, and it's been good.
So
it sounds like a NAMBLA.
They had a group for just men to hang out and socialize, and the women wanted to be a part of it. So now they have to escape again, their own group, to get quiet time again to socialize. When you could tell the woman.
Oh, please leave that in. That's MOO. You were pretty quick with that.
Wow, it is one of my favorite words.
I kind of got a moment. I was kind of hoping Traeger would be here by now, but he's not. I got a joke I made while I was in the gym today.
Wait, hold on.
I was in the gym. I was in the gym.
You were in gym?
No, I was in the gym.
Why do you call him the gym?
It's weird how that part you changed from what you told me.
No, it was in the gym. It was in the gym.
Is it? It's a very broad spectrum. Specifically, where at in said gym.
On the shitter. I'm sure. Because you're not allowed to do that at home.
I was in the tanning bed. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I was in the tanning bed.
That tracks, Tori.
He's telling me this as he's using his pink Maglula.
Hey, it's I had to come up. The only color they had that wasn't going to be black to end up in that bag, and I'll never find it. So I made this joke, and we're going to have to probably hit the button when I start it. Go ahead, hit it. That's a good joke. I thought that was funny. That's gonna be my stand-up. The Reddit stand-up special one of these days. What else you got? This guy's a piece of shit.
Who is it?
He's
Luke
a
Skywalker, Mark Hamill tweeted once, no one is above the law. And then not that long ago, he tweeted, we have now arrived at the arresting judges level of fascism. That's weird, because I thought no one was above the law. And when you don't enforce the law, turns out...
Yeah, you break the law, you get arrested.
It's
you
just
don't
another...
enforce the law, you're breaking the law, you get arrested.
Every day there's call it 10 different things that puts the right against the left, and we butt heads in the middle. And this is just another one of those things. We're arresting the judges where the right is going, they fucked up.
But here's the thing.
They want these criminals back?
If Biden was doing that to conservative judges, the left would be like, nope, this is entirely fair. This is just. Even though the law says, it's not though. At least this time the law is at least on Trump's side. I don't agree with everything Trump does and says. But,
right.
I mean, you got to give him credit. He's doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing everything I voted for.
Yep.
So far, so good. Really. It's kind of the same with that whole illiterate trucker thing. The left hates it because they say it's racist. No, they hate it because it was Trump's thing. But it wasn't really Trump's thing. It was done in whatever. I actually have the law. Let me look it up. It is law number FMCSA Rule 391.11, Part B, Part 2, Paragraph 2.
If you remember, the COVID vaccine came out while Trump was still in office, and we will not take that. We are not going to take that. It was put switch of power. Biden goes in office.
Immediately flips the tape.
Immediately, the same Democrats are out there. We should all get this.
You can get a burger and fries, and you need your booster shots.
You can finally leave your house again. Well, actually, you can't. You can still get sick. You can still spread it. But you got the vaccine.
Who's the Jewish shock jock?
Who's that old-ass doctor that was pushing Fauci?
No, Jewish shock jock for the
Howard Stern?
Howard Stern. He's like, fuck your freedoms.
You know what?
All these actors and all these people are like, no, fuck your freedoms. Fuck your... No, it was okay when your guy does it, but it's not when mine, like he was saying.
You know what? I used to be a huge Howard Stern fan.
Yep.
Huge. And huge. Started to kind of shift a little bit in the teens, 2000s.
He was never political.
Never political.
So once he became political, he lost us.
But the weird thing is, the way he used to talk, he was fully Republican. At one point, someone pulled the audio. He was, I will never vote Democrat again because of this, this, and this.
But then they paid me, so I voted Democrat.
I was bought and paid for.
The thing that happened with me was I stopped paying for Sirius, so I stopped listening because I couldn't listen to it. Right. My wife's like, hey, I ordered Sirius again. And this was in 2020. So we're in the heart of COVID. Trump's still in office, but whatever. And I started listening to him again and was like, you have got to be shitting me. I can't listen to this guy. He switched so much that I will not listen to him again.
We can do 2 short ones tonight or 1 big long one, or what are we doing?
We might as well do 1 big long one if he's not going to respond to his phone.
Right.
So I pulled up Doge Clock.
Sneaky up here.
$160 billion. Ty.
So just like we thought.
But it's stuck at 160 then.
It was like 150 last time, I think.
It's definitely
No, it was
down.
160 last weekend. 2 weekends ago.
$993 per taxpayer.
How much?
$993
Yep.
per taxpayer.
It hasn't moved. Why hasn't it moved? They're still plugging away at it.
Because the fucking Democrats are obstructing everything they can.
True.
That's 100%. Sorry, I got my foot up there and it stinks.
Yeah, I can't breathe. So sorry if anyone hears that.
Well, Sneaky's. I'm trying to get Sneaky out here because she might shoot him towards the end of our day. But we can move into guns. I mean, that's kind of our jam, and we're working on that. I guess something I'll talk to you after. But here's one: the Gallup poll. Gun ownership higher among Republican women than Democrat men.
Because they're not pussies.
I will say that again. Gun ownership higher among Republican women than Democrat men. So more makes me proud.
Yeah.
Makes me proud. Keep those numbers strong, ladies. But we went shooting today. My gun was way off. I kind of got it half-ass set up, and he brought a couple out, and we got them set up. Yours were pretty well on the money from the jump.
Yeah.
Real fucking close.
That SIG is.
Yeah.
And bright side didn't go off automatically.
Oh.
This time.
I was going to say, call Ripley's. So I said, hey, just make sure that thing ain't pointing at me. But I bought the ZR Tactical V-Spec guide rod and spring kit, and the ZR Tactical comp for my race gun. It's not really a race gun, it's just a gun.
So, I was going to wait for Trig.
No, you can leave that. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Damn these buck teeth. Wow.
Hold on. I didn't get this set up earlier.
But anyway, we didn't shoot much rifle. But Bianca shot a little bit. She did all right. Her gun is a little off. I'm going to have to get working on that. I'm going to do it from 75 yards, though. Even though she's great off a bench, but I need to get her to stand up and shoot.
So, I also came across this week.
Oh, yeah.
That's Bezos' truck, isn't it?
Bezos.
Bozos?
Alright, so the Slate EV. This truck can be anything, even an SUV. So they call this the blank slate.
Because they can put a topper on it and some seats.
So,
We were just go ahead, you want to...
Alright, so they got different base models. Blank slate, the professional, looks a little bit like a Down syndrome Range Rover.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, you fucking nailed it.
The surf.
Autistic Down syndrome.
Heading to Lake Michigan.
Grand Wagoneer with Downs.
The Weekender.
Yeah, that's what it's called, but it looks like a Grand Wagoneer with Downs.
It's a pavement princess
What the heck
for...
is that?
The cherry pie.
A street ready pickup in classic red. Definitely your color. Oh, God.
Gotta go snowboard.
Grit and grind.
This thing could be the coolest looking thing ever, but it's electric, so nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Pedal to the metal. Oh, that looks like a gay guy. That looks like a tape to drive.
you'll definitely see those around San Francisco. Look at the front turn signals right by the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Flowers.
It says flower truck, but then it's got flowers on the indicators.
Cool green wrap. Big, bold wrapping.
Mudmaster.
I don't.
Looks like someone
Why
wrecked
people-
either the front end or the back end. They have
I don't get
Part
why
of another
people
one.
like the front half of their car is this color and the other half is a different
Because
color.
they can't afford to find
Because
the same
they-
body panel colors.
they crashed something and that's replacing it.
Well, that's intentionally made to be like that.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it kind of looks
Yeah.
like Formula One wheels, different colors.
Oh, wow. You can customize everything.
The one with the roll bar in the back, out of all of these, I mean, I don't want any of them, but that would be my pick if I had to, I had to pick one. If you go back.
Okay, so there's starter packs.
Go.
That one with the
No.
luggage racks?
No.
Or this one with...
Is there more?
It kind of looked like an old Bronco.
Hold on, let me grab that. There we go.
Keep going.
This yellow one?
No. Holy shit, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, there is.
The tan one.
That
hit
one?
that, yeah, hit that one once. That one, but with like a cooler color.
Yeah, and I don't think you would want a tan car.
Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Look at that.
What's that thing that like looks rainbow?
This one?
No, down here.
It
Oh.
looks.
That's. Holy shit.
DJ
That
set.
definitely belongs in your driveway.
Alright, so we'll go back
Does that
to
say neon?
Beach Bound, is what it's called.
Yeah.
Body style, there's 3 options: pickup, SUV, or fastback SUV.
But that's what I want. I want that thing in a different color.
Alright, color,
Color.
which is a wrap, apparently.
There we go.
You can get a rainbow. Oh my
Oh,
god!
let's not.
Hold on, wait a
Oh, you
second.
get chrome. Dude.
Night owl. Oh, it's shiny black.
Just do red. Probably still got black fender flares and shit on it.
Yeah.
Okay, stick with that.
Partial wrap.
Partial wrap.
No.
What is
Which
this?
means like
Oh, you can get the top wrapped black. The front black. Oh, there you go. You can get the.
Oh no. God no.
just
Oh wait, here. This is what you want.
What's the last one?
I think it's for the back.
Pillar wrap
Oh.
for the back.
Okay. I don't like
So,
any of them.
No. Decal. You want the
Decal?
off-center decal. You want the off-center racing
Or do you want
stripe.
the neon wrap?
Oh wait.
Oh god.
There you go. Yes.
Oh my god, Queen Slay.
Racing stripe multicolor.
No.
I don't think you need
No.
the stripe.
Stripe. Do you want the accents on the front? Ooh. Oh,
That's the Ford Bronco
Yeah.
color, right?
you want that?
It's got a Z28 feel to it, doesn't it?
The throwback is what they call it. Oh wait, here. This one's for trigger.
Oh yeah. No, the colors clash way too bad.
They're complementary colors, I think.
Oh no.
Neon.
Oh, you can't even see it.
Because the doors are off. Yeah, that one. That one. Do that one.
What? Where's that? Trims inside like the mirrors and all that.
Oh, I'm gonna light them up.
Huh?
Got LEDs, man.
No, these are just decals.
Really? Okay, never mind.
Exterior. A lot of these are already checked.
I don't like whipped cars.
What is this? Running boards or bed step? And or bed step. Oh, it's
Running
four.
boards. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Running boards for a vehicle that doesn't have doors. Got it. What is this?
You may want to rest your foot out there when you're heading down the road.
You can get different grills, like pedal to the metal on it.
Customize your turn signals.
Your turn signals, but also your grill. That's
California.
the California one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mud Master. Slate logo.
You're driving that, you're
Wait.
definitely a mud
Elements.
master.
Wait, get the rainbow stripe and get Mudmaster on it.
You're driving this thing, you're automatically a mud master.
Alright.
The hell?
Wheels and tires. I'm surprised they give you that option. Oh, they don't give you much. You can get that.
Those.
Those.
Leave them alone, yep.
Wheel style.
Get it in a matching color.
Yeah, there you go. Get the blue.
Oh,
Oh, that's just black.
maybe. I don't know.
Why is this not clicking back?
Just leave it like that.
Yeah. Alright, so lighting. There's actually a lot of options on here. I'm not seeing huge differences here. Taillight upgrade. Oh,
11.
so it's clear instead of red.
I think I want red.
Taillight cover bars.
Nope.
Flowers. Sunset.
For the second one,
That?
No, this one.
the bars, that one. Yeah, over there.
There's a lot of options on this thing. I'm actually kind of surprised.
Just why they even give you all this.
Interior. Oh my
God,
god.
there is a lot of options. Holy cow.
What is this? Interior decal set. No. You know, I think a lot of this looks fine for a vehicle that doesn't have doors. Pedal kit, brushed stainless steel, so you can feel like you're going faster. Doors and windows. I haven't seen doors yet. What is this?
That's
Power window kit.
Oh, yeah.
What doors?
I bet a couple
Is this-
doors. They just snap on, snap off like a Jeep. It's a Jeep.
Um,
It's a Jeep thing.
You understand?
Dashboard. I don't feel like
So-
getting into all those options. Oh, you can get slatelets for your passenger side.
That's
Oh,
so small. Why would you
What?
even want it?
you can stack them. Look at that, Ty.
It's
You can
bug-
get little. Oh, you can get one for Michigan.
No, I don't like buttons.
Ty, you can get little slatelets to go on the passenger
Oh,
side, and you can
Michigan?
stack them. Yeah, it's a Michigan
Well, it's like the Jeep
Robin.
trail rated emblems.
audio and tech.
Everything. Nerd it right out.
Front, left, and right integrated speakers.
Um,
Expansion speaker pair.
what is it,
So they slapped a,
speakers?
a Bluetooth speaker in there. Nice.
Or bring your own. No, we're not bringing our own. Or you better give me your overpriced Bluetooth speaker.
Yep.
Tablet mount,
What's that?
so you can mount a tablet.
What?
Steering wheel
Always want
Bluetooth
that.
controls. Of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
You're going to want
Yeah.
that. And auxiliary buttons. I assume upfitter switches is what they mean.
For your winch that'll kill the battery.
That's fine. Summary. All that shit on there. But, so one of the things they talk about, if I can navigate away from this, where is it? There's the key. Look at that little key they give you. But it's
That's
a
cool.
$50 refund, $50 reserve, fully refundable, and to hold your spot in line. And then they'll let you know when it's time to order.
But I got a text. I'm like, you up? Am now. I'll be on my way in a minute. I said, we'll be done in 20 minutes.
But if you look at that picture on the right,
Okay.
yeah, it's customizable. That's their whole shtick.
But did you see a price yet?
No, they're not telling anybody yet. It's Bezos. He's going to wait until you commit. And, oh, by the way,
It's a $100,000 truck. I mean, the Rivians.
so
Oh, it's Greg.
So I wouldn't mind it so bad if it had the gas engine option.
Yeah.
I want. Let's swap it.
Go with this concept of car, but give you engine options from a 4-banger to a V8. So if at the time you can only afford the 4-cylinder,
Right.
you got a 4, but make it so you can upgrade it down the road a lot easier.
Make it a lot easier to repair and do anything you want to it compared to today's current lineup.
What is it?
It's a new brand truck from Amazon,
From Bezos, Slate. It's a
aka Bozos.
electric car that's fully customizable.
So we went shooting today. We threw a lot of lead.
Sure did.
I feel like we did. Did a lot more pistol
We
stuff.
weren't out there very long.
We were out there for
Couple hours.
2 hours.
What the camera said.
Yeah, rather
No,
2
your
hours.
camera's
I thought I was talking. Yeah. Of course, I didn't pay much attention to when you came back.
Sneaky Beat came out. I got to do a little practice with her on pistol stuff, but she's pretty good with a rifle.
Yep.
What did you think of her?
I was sitting there going, little Annie Oakley.
I can't get an upper.
For oh yeah, yours is in the freezer. Shit. It's good and cold now, Bubba.
Just the way I like it.
Yeah. But anyway, you had fun, didn't you? You get you out there. We got to build that roof now. Let's go out there and tear it all apart and rebuild it. So that's going to take
Hopefully we can just lift it and
stand the legs back up, and
Maybe do it tomorrow.
now it's gonna take some time.
that's going to take, yeah.
'Cause I don't know if I can pick it up with the excavator if we can get all four corners, pick it up.
Grab some
and then
straps,
Get
maybe.
the post in, then
Are the forks still out there? The extensions?
yeah.
Well, can
It
you anchor
worked.
the feet enough that we can just kind of tip the whole thing up?
That'd be nice, but I don't think so.
I like where the bar was at, but anyway,
Where's Jeremy?
we shot a lot of pistols. Well, he fell asleep. So
You're. Oh yeah, you're not the one I'm talking about.
This isn't Jeremy.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it is.
Professor.
No, we went out and did a lot of shooting today. It was really good and got some stuff a little more
dialed in.
dialed
Sneaking
in.
must have been out of
Yeah.
school today.
Huh?
Did she at school?
Yeah.
Oh.
She only came home for
They had to go to school one day this week.
Oh.
right. I never did get a text from your principal.
About the power outage.
No, you're supposed to send me a picture of her working in the school today. But
Cool.
as I was saying, I got a ZR tactical kit in the one. I bought two, one for each gun, but I wanted to feel the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of difference, but definitely. Do you think that
Go home at 7.
I didn't do anything different to that gun?
No,
But for some reason, when you put the mag in, now it slams shut at the same time.
Alright, we're gonna head out because he's going to Ron's.
we gotta go to Ron's. I'll tell him you said hi. I'll tell him, hey, tell Mrs. you wanna come over?
He's got some projects on that machine again, and I'm like, I don't think I want to touch it.
Yeah.
Make you
He wants his oil changed, and I'm like, dude, I don't.
I got a job, tomorrow. Tina would take it for me if I was working. Joy don't work Fridays. There you go.
Yep.
And then Moody's going, well, we could take it over.
No, Jeremy did.
Oh, Jeremy.
Jeremy did.
Oh, I thought Moody was being nice. I'm sorry.
No.
Wow, not nice now. Wow.
I diagnosed the problem and I said, well, that's enough of that.
Where's Roman?
Yep, it's leaking.
I have no idea.
Well,
I think
there's
he
the
fell
leak.
asleep.
That's enough.
Haha. Get to work.
Yeah, some people got to work.
Not you. Me and Moody worked. You didn't.
You call him 4 times.
Then he worked. Maybe.
Books 4 times.
Oh, you didn't work today.
I took the day off.
You took a whole day off.
Cool.
Amy didn't work today either, did she?
Yeah, she did.
She did.
She was outside last night.
Yeah. Yeah, she probably had a rough day today.
Ethan.
I'm like,
Ethan was here,
oh,
right?
she's not working
No,
tomorrow.
Alex was here.
She went to bed near 9.
That's late for her.
Time she get up?
It's early for me.
Really?
9, I'm halfway through my night.
I go to bed at like 11:30. Get up at 4:30.
I go to
No
bed at like
way.
6.
Ain't no way.
Me, I do that.
I got
too.
my 8 now. The older I get, the worse it gets, I think.
I go to bed 10, 11 o'clock and up by 4, 5 o'clock. And
No, not 4. 5.
okay, 5.
Because
But
you
if-
were in the shower at 6 today.
I think my AR-15 needs an adjustable gas block on it because I think it's overgassed. It kicks harder than I think it should.
You guys have a good night?
That's it.
My gun needs its scope.
You need yours zeroed a little better. I'll work on that. I can do that. Well, we can both go out there and do it. Screw around with it. But we're gonna do it from a little bit further away than 40 yards.
It really shouldn't be losing zero if once it's zeroed. So I would check.
And
Well,
maybe
if they zeroed it at 7 yards,
it's a rifle.
it's not
Yeah.
quite right.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's just me.
No, I think it did move a little bit. It came as a kit, so it's got the Smith & Wesson gun, which I don't mind. I like those. It's the Smith & Wesson scope, so I don't know how great those are, but maybe the rings are coming loose a little bit.
Yep, I would check all the screws first.
Yes. I mean, maybe I'll crank it down tight again, and
Yeah.
it'll set right back to home. But I doubt I'll. It's not that far off, and it's not that hard to screw with, so I'll do
I
it.
took a coworker and his brother to sight in their guns for hunting season, and there was some guys that showed up and they were out shooting guns, and they couldn't zero for anything. Figured out their rifle setup that they bought from a store. Everything was loose on that thing. It's like,
Well, it just comes in a box and they just tighten it finger tight and
Yeah.
send them on their way.
it's like yeah,
They probably never told them, these are the things you're going to need to do.
Yeah.
Here's a torque. They're not going to torque that shit down at the store.
Nope.
They just made a sale. Who gives a shit?
It's cute that you think a regular gun store would have a torque screwdriver, anyways.
I'm sure some of them do, but I'm sure like Cabela's absolutely does not. They're going to...
They don't care.
I actually
Do
have
not
a
give a
torque
shit.
screwdriver. I just don't know how to set the damn thing. And
I have one.
Nothing I mess with needs torque like that.
It will when you start buying 9mm and putting glass on it.
See, the issue is I don't buy a pussy caliber like 9.
Sorry. You thirsty? Try this. It's warm. But anyway, back to shooting. We gotta do more of it.
Yeah.
Still sucks that you live so far away.
I know.
Get Dollar out here. He can pay for all our ammo with his money.
You could.
Yeah, Dollar,
It-
bring us some ammo.
And the funny part is he's talked about wanting to get a gun for a long time. It's like,
He has an opportunity. We can bring everything we got
Yep.
and shoot everything we got, and go. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like. Ooh, I like this.
yep.
I don't have a pink one. Sorry.
Well, he can use your loader. It's fine. Which I find it funny with the loader. It's so much easier, but you're bent over to put the mag on the table to squeeze and push.
Well, when you're at a bar height like this, you don't have to.
Yeah. Well, you don't have that out there. You're on so you're bent over, very uncomfortable looking to easily put.
Well, hold
I could
on.
have done it on a tailgate.
That is kind of the way they like to do it in San Francisco, though.
Well, I can't. My hands are
Bent
busy.
over
I
the
can't
table.
just reach back and open hole. So, let me
So-
ask you a question.
Yeah, my thumb hurts from jamming it into the magazine for several hundred times today, but at the same time, my bad posture, I'd rather stand up than be hunched over to.
We probably shot. I
shot
probably
a-
shot 150 or more.
I usually was over 300.
You did.
Yeah, I had 200
I
round.
probably shot just as much as you did.
Yeah,
I'm probably 50.
You did.
yeah, you did way more
You did
than that.
100 rounds of 22, and then you did like 30 or so rounds of 5.56.
It was about 20.
'Cause I shot a few.
You shot my entire mag.
Oh, did I? Then you only shot 75. Oh yeah, I remember. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll probably never hear the end of that. And here I am, not hearing the end of it.
All I do is something that I never hear the end of that.
But I look cool doing it.
You look like Cage doing it.
No.
I will say that
Chicken fucker?
That's the one.
so I had 200 round boxes of Winchester white ammo, which is usually my go-to.
Is that what you started with?
Yep.
Because it was smoky.
Was it?
Yes, I knew. I kind of figured it was. You can kind of tell when that shit, name brand stuff,
Yeah.
but dirty is.
Dirty, but it goes bang, so I don't give a
it
shit.
does. I never had. We didn't have a failure.
Yeah.
When Amy's dad came out, I tried to double it up, but that was my fault. So.
You did have one error on my SIG, but it's because you used the mag release. and
Right.
Brand new mags that's going to hang up. So I'm going to leave those loaded. But I bought 1,200 rounds of Aguila, whatever the hell it's
Aguila,
called.
yeah.
That was 124 grain, but they have like a grease on them. It's weird. It's almost like they didn't take the case sleeve off when they were making them.
Maybe not. I don't know.
So
It's not gonna hurt it,
not gonna hurt it, but it was definitely dirty.
but once it coats the inside of the gun, I mean, oil and WD-40 and things like that just attract dirt. Hers was oiled up pretty well, and she didn't drop it in the dirt. The fucker's full of dirt when we were done. So I'm like, that's got to be just crappy gunpowder or something.
Well, 22 is dirty as hell.
Oh yeah, I've heard that from everybody. I've never actually seen like a comparison of things, but I've heard that from everybody. The 22 is just horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a pretty standard round.
Yep.
It's probably would you say it's the most standard round? I would. I'd probably say that.
Yeah.
It's what they use forever and ever and ever, and they've had it forever and ever and ever.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, what else we got? We done or?
So, where would you think I saw that? Monica Sparks for Kentwood Mayor. Ignite the future.
I would think in Kentwood.
You would think.
Is that a black equinox?
Yep.
I think we know that black equinox.
You want to guess where I saw that equinox? With the Kentwood Mayor thing on the door?
Lansing?
No.
Here?
Portland. If you're doing any sort of campaigning for someone in Kentwood, why in the fuck are you at a grocery store in Portland?
I wonder if that's not Robin's, because she lives in Saranac, and she works for Gina, and she campaigns for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's a blue sign. So is she... What is she?
I don't know who this Monica Sparks
Because
is.
Robin is a staunch Republican. She used to be a Democrat, but she got wise and...
Monica Sparks, Grand Rapids, Kent County Commissioner. Ooh. Goddamn. Oh, never mind, that's not her. Kent County Commissioner.
Obviously, that's a dude.
Run for mayor. Blah, blah, blah.
I don't know why, but sometimes they do not say. They are one or the other, but they never.
Well, hold on.
It's not on every sign.
She's been featured nationally and internationally on Dr. Phil, CBS, Fox, NBC, ABC, MSNBC, BBC, Inside Edition, Telemundo, Al Jazeera, and many other publications, which doesn't actually narrow it down. Hold on. Monica serves locally on various boards and committees, including as chair of the Kent County Black Caucus, statewide on the Michigan Association of Counties, and nationally on the National Association of Counties.
Monica what?
Monica Sparks.
Kentwood. Images. There.
Democrats for Life of America president. She's a Democrat.
Well, then that's not Robin's car. Guarantee.
Although you could kind of figure that out by the fact that she's running in Kentwood, and there ain't no chance unless you're a Democrat in that shithole state. That shithole
Well, I mean, the
see,
left side of the state's usually more red than the right one.
usually, but when you're in a city like that. Now, part
Touché.
of my problem was I saw that picture in the white, and I was about to be a real big fan. I
Ditto.
realized that wasn't it.
Got my vote.
But turns out that's not her. So
Well, I don't care if she's white or black, but just don't be Democrat.
Yeah.
I don't care what your skin color is. Don't be wrong.
Right, thank you. That's what I was getting at.
Oh, I'm tired.
Dude, I bet you are. We're here for hot rods and the Second Amendment.
Yeah, I got my hot rod out. When I go to leave, I'm going to see if there's an oil spill behind to see if the stop leak worked.
He's going to jump in, hand me a bottle of brake clean, and then take off.
No, you have plenty of brake clean. Actually, so I saw a thing on how to clean oil spots off your concrete. So I kind of tried it at the house. And it was pour mineral spirits on it and then dump oil dry on top of it and kind of sweep it in and let it sit and soak.
Okay.
So I did that. Now my garage smells strongly of mineral spirits, and the floor is still wet where all the oil was for so long, and how much of it.
Bleach will eat it.
I think the best mixture for cleaning is bleach and ammonia, but you got to close the door so it doesn't evaporate.
Yeah. And a couple chlorine pucks in there, too.
Well, I need something because my stepson's truck leaks like a sieve when he comes over. I have a spot yay big on my driveways.
Oh, man. Put a little K-seal in there, whatever. It's rear main seal sealant.
It's funny because
He's got a Tahoe, doesn't he?
Yeah, he also has a Silverado. He drives Silverado mostly. The kid loves his loud exhaust and everything, and he's had his truck apart so many times. You think you can fix that, please? Or go park in overflow?
I heard your truck when we left the pit. Sounds like a John Deere lawnmower.
That's Ford.
Yeah, V6.
Yep. Got
Turbo's
that.
a humming.
Yeah, I think they have a bad wastegate, I think.
I drove this week. Hendrix had to take that Mustang back to the rental place, and he pulled in right behind me one morning. He said, "Hey, put your shit down. Let's go for a ride. Drive this thing." So we took off, and he's not lying. For a 4-cylinder, that little car gets it. It's super. I hate to say it, but that thing's not a bad little car. I mean, sure, it's a Ford, but
It just hurts my, I don't know, to have a Mustang that's a 4-banger.
315
I
horsepower
don't care.
is a monster number out of a 4-banger.
I mean, yeah, the racers get it all the time, but you have American muscle, but like, come on.
Well, it's not really American muscle at that point.
Yeah, I know. The car is supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
You got that American muscle car down there. They ain't pushing 315 horsepower.
Tell you what, though, when it sits there idling, the bass it puts out,
Yeah. Sounds cooler than that car, that's for sure.
it looks cooler than that car. But my 2-liter Jetta will definitely pull on my 5-liter V8 Galore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no shit.
That is the funny part. Is you got a V8, but it's not that great.
Well, okay, my pickup, 7.3, 7,500 pounds, can also walk away from a 5-liter V8 Camaro.
So imagine how slow my 2.8 Camaro was.
Back then, that thing was a dog.
Well, the
That was like
issue
90
is,
horsepower.
back then, it was more about what you were inhaling through your nose than going fast.
Everything was
Because you were
moving
going
fast.
so fast.
The times were so much different. I thought about getting a small mirror and just keeping it in the car. Maybe like run my nose across it a couple times to get the marks on there, and then just
Go to a car show and make sure you do that right when they're judging you.
I think the car's fine.
They take one look at you and go, "That powdered donut dust." Because it sure as fucking Coke.
What's your point?
Powder's powder, man.
I don't have any. I saved some reels, but I don't remember.
I sent you one of police helicopter chasing a dude, and it was all done in thermal,
Yeah.
and he unalived himself with a shotgun.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Huh?
I think you sent it to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just impressive to see
The
the
spray.
splatter.
See if I can.
So I saw something, comedian, some YouTube reel I saw. Comedian was talking about, like, with these school shootings, they always, like, tell people the name of the shooter. And his idea was, stop doing that. People get the wrong idea and they kind of want to get their name out there. What you should do instead is just refer to the shooter by the bullying nickname that was given to him that caused all of this, and just call him by that all the time. Don't say whatever his name is. Just be like, well, so Dick Breath shot up the school, didn't like being called Dick Breath, but showed up with dick on his breath.
So real quick, this might take, who knows, 10 minutes, but the boat accident. The white skater boat that went
yeah.
skyrocketing.
Yep.
Well, we have, hold on. we have an insider for that boat. It's coming back to Michigan to get fixed.
Hey,
What's going on? Hey, we're doing the podcast and we're talking about that white boat that crashed. What's our insider saying?
yeah. No, I was talking to the guy at the shop there. He said that that guy was pretty excited. He was super happy with the boat, even though he flipped it, because, he got the record.
It was 210 miles an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was crazy fast. And, he said he was more excited about getting it fixed and getting it back, and, that they were going to be taking care of it, I guess, over there at Douglas Marine, so that was kind of cool. And, he was saying that the sales guy was getting all kinds of calls.
Can I
a lot
get
of
one?
people looking for answers and stuff, but a lot of people are like, "Man, your boat held together."
That was a hell of an accident. They were pretty high up in the air.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
So
And if you look at how it twisted too, because it went up and then it looked like it was going to do a complete flip, but then turned in the air. And I'll tell you how much wind there was, but yeah, he said they thought that he probably shouldn't have been out that late, but it was windy. And there was a bit of a chop, but that's what I was asking him too about if they put any active arrow on those boats.
I don't think they think about arrow on the
It's
other side.
possible, but he says that guy's got so much electronics in there. He says if any boat could do it, that one could. But I was kind of surprised to see a plain white boat too, because that didn't have all the graphics. Because
usually they do some pretty custom, crazy paint jobs over there.
Skater does some cool stuff. Yeah.
So what other facts did they give you? Like, how fast do the propellers and stuff move on that thing?
Not 100% on that, but I know they'll use anything. They had one customer that requested a diesel. He had 2 diesel motors in there, and of course that one I showed you too with 2 helicopter engines in it, which you got to have 2 because one's not clearly enough, right?
Right.
And what's really funny too was he was telling me on that jet set that guy's got. That's the one with 2 helicopter motors. There's actually a jet ski style motor in that boat to get him down. Like if you're just going through the channel and you're waiting to get out, say like on the big lake or on the ocean. So that way you don't have to fire up the thing and run on jet fuel, to where you want to go fast. And I was like, no way. He goes, yeah. He says, it's like not like a jet ski motor, but I mean, it's something that you would throw into a boat, a jet powered boat type of thing, with a, normal Suzuki or Skidoo, Sea-Doo would have in it. And I was like, yeah, those guys though, they have some epic stuff.
Did they say how much that white boat was worth or what they're going to do with it?
No. There again, too, I think it's just a lot of options and stuff. But they had a used one there, and I just offhandedly, he goes, "Well, if you got like 600,000, he says, you can get a used one, maybe." And I'm like, "Oh, wow!" But yeah, it's just like
Definitely a testament to how well they build them boats, because those guys, I mean, for the most part, they walked away. Yeah, they got some broken ribs or whatever happened to them, but they definitely were standing up with a trophy in the photos.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I guess he had a wrist. I think he said knee or I had a couple ribs because obviously they're strapped in. But he said, the boat did exactly what it was supposed to do. It landed. They popped the top. Everybody got out, and he said the emergency crews were there instantly. Of course, they must patrol that hole. They must have multiple boats that do that, obviously. But
it was 20 seconds from the time they hit the water. It was 20 seconds before somebody was on top of them trying to get them out.
Yeah,
that's pretty
fast.
That's
impressive.
Yeah, they were. Well, that one video too showed that you could tell like where the boat came down on the nose on one of the sides there, because like the top of the thing was kind of blown out, but the hull. I mean, how in the world could that thing? If you think about how, I mean, it's got to be a 45-foot long, maybe 50-foot long boat, because I mean, a lot of their trailers are just barely legal, or they have to get special permits to run them because they have to get on the boat and then they have to tilt on their side because they're so wide, to legally go down the road, so I mean, that is a long boat, and to not just crack in half when it goes into the air like that,
Right.
it's just absolutely crazy.
Usually the tops give up before the bottoms do.
Yeah, because they're slamming against the water and stuff, and they gotta, But then that's the thing too, because I said to him, I go, if it had some downforce, he goes, well, he says it is a skater. He says it's supposed to skate across the water. It's supposed to get up and just go across and top speed, man. And it's like them, and they got another group that looks just like them, MCI. They do the same style of boat, but I mean, there's a lot of jet boats, but they're crazy popular, and they run mostly inboards. They do some outboards.
Watching them videos, like that video, for that particular race or that purpose, you would think there'd be a spoiler on the front trying to keep the front down, because once that front comes up so far, at 200-mile-an-hour wind or better.
At least an active spoiler, because you do want to get up on plane to a point, but you also want to, once you get on plane, you want to keep the nose leveled off.
Right.
Kind of like an airplane at that point, yeah. But that's
I was
the thing,
thinking
though,
a
it's
sports
like,
car with active aero, but okay.
Right.
Now, how much do you need? Because that was the thing. It was a wind gust. And so, I mean, they'd have to react quick and then have to go quickly back the other way, obviously milliseconds, because otherwise you're going to push the front end into the water. Then you're submarining, and then that's even worse, because then you're going to get launched forward, and oh, man. Yeah, it's something else what those boats can do. It's just, the tech that those guys do. And it's so cool to have a sleepy little town like Douglas, Michigan, pumping out boats like that are just, that are worth $1.5 million, and you're just like, man, that's cool,
Huh. Well, didn't you say everything in that boat is working? All the electronics and stuff?
I don't know. I mean, obviously they had to get it there, and then he says, we'll fix it up, patch it up the way it's supposed to be, get it back, because that guy was just ecstatic. He was just, the way he was talking, he said he was just really happy with how the boat performed. And I think he knew he was pushing it, obviously, but when you're going for the record, that's what you do, That's probably why it wasn't all painted, too, because they knew it was going to be a record boat.
So typically when you go for record, you have to do a pass down and back. Did he get both?
I don't know.
I don't know. He got the trophy.
I think it was just a top speed run.
That might be for cars, like they have to run both directions, like the salt flats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because then you're running with the wind and against it. Maybe, I don't know.
And take an average or something. Who knows?
I don't know if they do that with boats. I think it's just run the course, Because that's the thing too. Because like some of that stuff's on reservoirs, and, and then other stuff is on inland lakes. Because you really, I mean, they're built to go across. Obviously, I mean, Lake Michigan's like an ocean, really. As far as waves, I mean, and stuff could go. I mean, we've got some big stuff, but those boats are made to take a little bit of wave action.
Well, Lake Havasu's, it was supposed to be calm for that race, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if you think about it, Lake Michigan is kind of like the ocean, because on the other side of it is the shithole.
No shit.
The only problem is we get the breeze, but we do have the sandy beach on the west coast of Michigan, so that's a beautiful thing.
That's the good one.
The other side. Yeah, it's really weird though too, because it's like when the wind blows the other way, it's amazing how smooth that lake gets, and it's just like, man. And
well, you go out there quite a bit. I don't know.
They do a really cool thing in Muskegon. Where they have the offshore powerboat races out over there, and then there's a whole thing where they do a poker run, and then you can really see some really cool stuff. And usually skaters got a couple out there, not sponsored by them or anything like that, but I mean guys who have them, and then a lot of Donzies and stuff like that, old school stuff.
Probably your next big purchase as a skater, isn't it? You got the truck now.
I can pull it, but yeah. I think you need more than a 1-ton to pull those guys in triple axle. It's like, especially with all that hardware, just to tip. I was just shocked. I had a couple close-up pictures that I sent you where it was, where it shows the arms that actually lift those boats up, just the hydraulics and stuff in there, and then to get the angles just right so that they could keep the side of the boat low, and Yeah, and there's motors in there, you know, and then obviously they got oil, so they have to make sure that the tip, but not tip too far, so that they don't, you know, the oil doesn't drain out and everything. And it's
Probably
crazy.
a dry sump system, so it's all sealed up
Yeah.
for them RPMs that they're running and those blower motors.
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
But all right, well, I appreciate all the info, but we're
Yeah. It was like I said, that place is just so cool, and everybody over there is really cool. Super nice guys. You couldn't ask for a better crew over there. And, yeah.
sounds like my bar.
Yeah, I believe it.
But
Good crew for those of us that work at the same place there. One exception, right?
yeah.
2 exceptions.
Used to be his count, I guess, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right, I will probably see you Monday morning.
All righty, sounds good.
See you, Billy.
See ya.
See you, Billy. All right. There you go. So that skater boat, that dude, that fucker was up there. It had to be 80 feet in the air, I bet.
Oh yeah,
I want to know some more facts about it, just out of curiosity. Not like it's I need to know, but yeah. But anyway, he will see that boat over there, so he'll be delivering there maybe next week, and he'll walk in and it'll be there because it was delivered some point this week back here in Michigan. So
yeah, there's a company in Dutton that does graphics on those kind of boats.
Boat Customs,
and we see those tilted trailers come in every now and then. It's impressive.
the guys that paint boats for Skater are both from Lowell. Apparently, Alan knows both of them. And then there's another place called Mitcher T Customs. That's down in Gun Lake, or Yankee Springs.
Yeah.
I delivered some stuff down there years ago. This guy's like, there's a windshield for one of the boats that got crashed. And it was, the guy tore the box apart, the crate and everything. And he goes, and they looked at every square inch of that windshield before I left. He goes, this is a $10,000 windshield. You ain't leaving yet. And I'm like, okay, yes sir, man, whatever. And the boats that were in there were 4 engines, 5 engines, just crazy monster boats.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit! And it's down this 2-track driveway. And he's like, I'm on the phone to the guy, and I'm like, I don't know, man. He goes, no, you're in the right place. Just keep going. You go all the way back, and it's got 2 great big barns back there, and like, holy shit! And you walk in, all you can smell is fiberglass and paint. But anyway, I don't know much about boats. I don't pretend to. But you can't be like a guy and not be somewhat fascinated, especially by that accident. Or
209, 210 miles an hour across water.
And they weren't done. They were still climbing.
At that speed, it is concrete.
Yeah.
Dude.
Rough concrete. No.
Yeah. So, again, a testament to the engineering, the labor that went into it,
Build quality.
the everything. And I know they're not the only great boat builder out there, but that's a hell of a job they did, and these guys walked away.
And skaters in Michigan.
Yeah, Douglas.
Nice. I haven't looked at any facts about it. I saw the run.
Everything about it's viral. As soon as it happened, it was out there viral.
Oh yeah.
I got in-cab video. I got the everything. So, but anyway, I mean, next time you're in Saugatuck, it's just like one just down the road. What, tomorrow? Drive by there.
No.
Are we done?
Yeah, might
Call
as
it.
well. Here's those that wish as well.
All the rest can go to hell.
Bye, guys.